Hello, everyone. Welcome to another weekly bonus episode. It's 10K Saturday. And this week, Lulu speaks with actor, singer, and pandemic butterfly, Andrea Dunn. She's a villain that's gone viral. And if you want looks that go viral, you've got to check out Curator. Curator is a box of curated luxury fashion accessories, beauty products, and home items valued at over $400 for just $99. Available for each season of the year. Get your promo code at 10kdollarday.com/Curator and let them know we sent ya. But don't go there yet. Stay here and let's listen to Lulu and Andrea. Here we go.
And now, it's 10K Saturday with Allison and Lulu.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 10K Saturday. I'm super excited to introduce Andrea Dunn to you. She is an actor and a singer and a mother and everything. More adjectives. Nope, those are nouns. More nouns are coming your way soon. However, I'd love to tell you about our other podcast. Allison Burns and I also host The Daily Happy. Please go over there. It is a 10-minute podcast, everyone. It's a real easy try. And we try to give you something to talk about during the day, bring up with your family, Google it later, but it's always fun and we'd love to see you over there. So check out The Daily Happy. But right now, we are going to speak with Andrea Dunn. Hi, Andrea.
Hi.
I need to tell everyone that Andrea and I have been pandemic ride or dies. And this is a new codependence. Yeah. So we've kind of been next to each other getting through this pandemic. You and I even have used the term pandemic butterfly between the two of us about everything that happened.
Yes.
So obviously everyone has had a tough pandemic in whatever way it's tough for them, some tragically tough and some just a little tough. What are the patterns that you're seeing emerging now coming out of it?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think everybody definitely went through wild experiences, but also wildly different experiences. And I think for me, I, was going through a really, really tough time in my life immediately prior to the pandemic. And so it just gave me this lovely space to feel all my feelings and kind of pick myself up by my bootstraps and, work through the things that I think would have been close to impossible to work through alongside of day-to-day job and time. Time is finite and we only have so much of it and it's so precious and valuable, and to be able to be allotted that time to dedicate to other things. It was a gift for me, even though there was a lot of grief that accompanied that gift. I wouldn't be where I am right now without it. So,
okay. So we're virtual green Zoom buddies. We've got this nice little touchstone. And then our very first physical job or like out of the house job, we did it together.
We did. Yeah.
Which was scary.
It was.
And we had to tell people to keep their mask on.
It was.
And that was not fun.
No, it was not. It's so crazy. The job itself, I think probably would have been a great time had it not had all of these other like really scary elements attached to it, and kind of just gave me a peek into even like just like a minuscule amount of what the people in our health system have been dealing with. And my sister being a nurse and my brother-in-law being an ER doctor, it's just, the fact that we were scared of telling people to put their masks on, and then it put a lot of things into perspective when we started that job. And it definitely made me like zoom out a lot.
Yeah. I wasn't prepared for the aggression towards me.
And it's interesting. I feel like because we work in a vacation destination, and all of those people who were vacationing, maybe, either ill-advised or just going against advice. They were just looking for escape. They were looking for a place where people would tell them like, this isn't that big a deal, you know? And it's like, no, it's still a deal. We're still here.
Yeah. They wanted that to be part of their escape.
And so, yeah, I think that's where the aggression
Yeah.
kicked in. It was like, you're not letting me have the
Yeah, I agree
experience
with
I
you.
want. And it's like, but that experience isn't possible. I'm so sorry.
It's impossible. And they're like, what if I pay more money? And you're like, still impossible. Still not going to be.
Still not approaching
Yeah.
the problem in the right way. Yeah.
You know, I don't know if everybody else out there listening has that buddy that you kind of had these phases of walking into the world kind of
Right.
in tandem. But it was really great to have someone step by step walking into the world. It was a really, really
Definitely.
formative like part of my friendship with you, I
Well,
feel. And we'll always have that
yeah, I mean,
time.
you know, it was that, like you said, it was scary what we were doing, but yet there was still this familiarity and this safety that you felt around the other connections that we were lucky enough to have stepping into that experience. So I think that's kind of where the balance came in.
You also had the first party I went to in the pandemic. It was outside. Everyone went outside, and we all got tested before we went to your house. We all texted each other our tests. I mean, when we talk about this time in like 30 years, people aren't going to believe it, but that's what happened. Okay. I'm a terrible podcast host, and I neglected to tell everyone what you should be Googling while you listen to this podcast. You need to look up Andrea Dunn, first of all, because she's incredibly talented, but also you are globally famous as a villain. Listen to this sweet pandemic butterfly, everyone, and then just know that people around the world know her as the live action. You like that?
Yeah.
That's new. The live action Lady Tremaine in all of the Patty Cake productions. You're Lady Tremaine in that, which must be just glorious to put on that costume.
It is the best. I love her.
Do you feel like $1 million?
I do. And I love playing villains. I think they are so complex and interesting. And even in the short little clips that we do, just being able to shroud the nature of her. You know, she's such a manipulator. She's such an opportunist. And I love what they do too. Patty Cake is.
Yeah, it's incredible.
They're amazing. Lane and Tony are incredible.
If you are not familiar with Patty Cake Productions, you really should check them out. You can go to YouTube, just type in Patty Cake Productions, and you are going to see some very, very, very high quality, well-produced, beautiful acting, singing, dancing, original music, all the things. And it is basically like fan fiction for Disney fans if that was video content. That's the best way I can describe it, because they take these iconic characters, they treat them with love and respect, and then they put them in different situations. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
And the costuming, the wigs, the video production, the music, I'm telling you guys, you're going to be so impressed. And it's crazy. And because of Patty Cake, you even have fans like in Asia.
I do. Yes. That's actually where a majority of our following is. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. You have fan accounts I've seen. Like you have an account that people are just obsessed with you, just like I am. I'm obsessed with you.
I'm obsessed with you. So this works out.
But it's really sweet. Is that fun? Is it weird? Is it cool? Is it strange?
You know, I think it is, and I don't really understand it. So I do tend to kind of just let it be. I don't really get involved in it. It just feels a little overwhelming, to be honest.
Sure.
So, you know, I'm like, you do your thing, I'm going to do my thing. And if we're all like having a good time, then we're having a good time. I don't know. As long as nobody's like knocking on my front door, I'm good, you know?
But because a lot of our listeners are not theater people, but they're very, very supportive of us, and they're very supportive of Neems. And we're recording this about 2 weeks after we found out that Nemo closed, which was very traumatic and sad for everyone. But you were full-time there at that time. And
Yeah.
I will completely cut this out if you don't want to talk about it. But I also think if you would like to just kind of give us a window for all those people that vacation at Disney World and come down there. I always ask them, could you please go to guest services and just say, we would love the live entertainment to come back. What is it like being a Disney actor, and why is it different? What makes it different? What are the moments that can be different than being an actor other places?
One of my professors in college, he taught my theater careers class. Something that he really drilled home with us was redefining our idea of success, just getting us to look at success in theater as being, working in theater in some capacity for as long as you can, and shifting through that experience to create your career, and Disney is beautiful in that it provides a space for opportunity, endless opportunity, on a grand scale.
Yeah.
To create networks and to be able to, purchase a home, have pets, have a family, have, a pretty, I put this in quotes, but normal day-to-day life, like I can take my kid to school every day, and I can, do all of the things that maybe actors that choose, a touring life or a New York life may not possibly be able to, they have to make some sacrifices to live those kinds of lifestyles. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for, being able to have my roots and my home and my son. And it's a really beautiful way to succeed in a very ruthless field,
Yeah.
Being an actor is tough stuff. And,
it is tough. Stuff. That is the truth.
And Disney just
real.
provides an avenue to make it so you can have a little bit of everything. And I'm so grateful for that. The way this story touched people and cast members, and it's just everybody was able to kind of find a piece of themselves in this story. And so the connection to this story was it was pretty universal and easy to come by. And that's just part of the reason I find it so special,
Well, I need to tell you, Andrea, because you have been in Orlando the whole time that the show has been going on. But when I go work in regional theater, most often it makes me feel old. There's someone in their mid-20s who says, that's the first show I ever saw, or I must have seen you in it, or I went every year with my family, or they start pulling up pictures, and it's all pictures of my friends, and it's them at Nemo. And I think that's something that the cast of Nemo doesn't really understand, is how iconic that show is for a certain generation of musical theater actors.
They're like just busting onto the scene now. I mean, it's so exciting to be a part of that journey for those people.
Andrea Dunn, I'm going to get to these amazing 10K5. That's our 5 questions. Are you ready? Oh, also, this actually surprised me. Listeners, that these 5 questions, we always ask them, do you want it in advance or do you want it on the fly? I thought you were going to say on the fly. You asked for them in advance.
Well, okay, but you have to also tell everybody that advance meant literally 30 seconds before we started this interview.
True. So. That's true. Yeah. But if I had said a week ago, do you want them in advance? Would you have said that? I think I just assumed with your personality you wouldn't, but I assumed wrong, which is my mistake.
I mean, I don't know. A week ago, I may have been in a very different spot. I don't know.
You're
sometimes
so present.
I do want things.
You're still in the moment.
Yes. Sometimes I do want things on the fly because, I love a cold read. I do. But for this, here's the thing. I don't like things feeling unfamiliar, and
Yeah.
I've never done a podcast before. So I was like, oh, there's too much unfamiliarity right here.
Got it.
Let me just get a little sprinkle of what I'm getting myself into here. So.
Let me reduce the variables a little bit.
All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't helpful with that. I was just like, cool, I'm going to talk to you on the phone. I literally was like, so you want an extra hour to sleep in? That's as much concession as I gave you.
Which was very kind of you, my entire being. Thanks.
I love you so much. All right. She has gotten these questions in advance. I mean, it was 20 minutes ago, but still counts. Did you write them down?
No, I popped
Okay.
them in my head just so that I could get a feel for what I was even getting myself into. So now I'm like, okay, I still don't have my answers. So the answers.
No, that's all right. I'm obsessed with your answer when I said, would you wanted them a week ago? And you were like, I don't know what when you said, I don't know what person I would be, because I just imagined like Blue Apron being like, would you like 2 meals a week, 4 meals a week, 6 meals a week?
Oh my God.
And you'd be like,
I
don't know what person I'm going to be that week, Blue Apron lady. And I'm like,
exactly. That's why I can't do those things. I'm not a planner. Oh my gosh, I'm not a planner. Oh my gosh, I'm not a planner. And I'm living in a world filled with people that love to plan things and that go very easily for people who plan things. And I just don't like planning. So anyway, yeah, that is my answer.
That's amazing. I don't like planning.
I don't know what person.
All right. It is now time to go to the 10K5. So here we go. Andrea Dunn, what is your obsession right now?
What is my obsession right now? Oh, like a frivolous obsession or like
a deep one?
A deep obsession.
What came up first in your brain?
Figuring out my career has been my obsession as of late.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
And it's not, and I shouldn't even say it. I feel like obsession is such an interesting word. You know, sometimes I feel like my obsession is just that my mind won't click away from it, even though I try to. It's not like a happy obsession. It's like, okay, can I free up some mind space here? But like a happy obsession, I would have to say would be, I've been learning about tarot cards recently.
Oh.
And yeah, so I've been learning about tarot. I find energy extremely interesting. I find, it's a very new like subject matter for me, and I'm trying to figure out the like patterning and synchronicities between different types of modalities that utilize energy. So anyway, tarot cards and like how they are paired with numbers and just learning like the different energies that are applied to each number and card. And I just find it fascinating. And I think there's something to it. I don't know. A lot of people can say, that's hullabaloo, but I don't know. Yeah. I'm a very, I don't know person.
Follow your rabbit hole. See where it takes you.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's a rabbit hole and it's mysterious. And so I like it.
Right. You do love some mystery.
I do. And I try to rationalize things that are not rational.
Okay.
Just a part of it.
That's perfect. Tarot cards. I mean, that's a whole new rabbit hole. That's exciting. And then the career, of course, first of all, duh. I mean, all of us are doing it. And I think the nice thing is that everyone is doing it because you don't feel like crazy.
Alone. Correct.
Every single artistic person that I've interacted with in 2021 has revealed at one point that they're not sure if they know how to do what they're doing anymore, or if they want to be doing what they're doing, or if
that
opening night's going to hit. I've dealt with an actor that had this fear that opening night wasn't going to feel good through the whole rehearsal process. Like, am I going to be scared because I see the people? Am I going to whatever? So there's a lot to deal with. I think it's a valid obsession. Okay, wish list. What's on your wish list?
What's on my wish list? Ooh. I would love to get. I have all sorts of little hobbies that I would love to start, and you need a job, a solid job. I have a job. I need, solid full-time job in order to like really feel like I can dive into hobbies again. So my wish list, I would love a flower press machine, or to be able to build one, to get the materials to build one, which I think maybe that could be inexpensive. So as I say that, I'm like, I could maybe make that happen. I would also love to take archery lessons again.
I want to take archery lessons.
Great. You're going to take them with me.
That's on my bucket list.
Great. Let's do it.
Hashtag let's go Katniss.
Exactly. I am Katniss.
Yeah. What was the first thing you said? What was your first wish list? The flower press.
Flower press.
What is a flower press?
So it's a device, and I'm pretty sure you can build it. Like I don't think that I need to like purchase one from somebody, but it's like a bunch of planks of wood, or I don't know if they use MDF. I don't know what they use. Anyway, and then you put probably like some sort of wax paper or something, and then you put the flowers on the paper, and then you press down the other piece of wood, and then it makes beautiful little pressed flowers, and then you can create like art out of the press. I would love to do some botanical artwork for my room. I like not necessarily flower, but like very green artwork made out of pressed botanicals, and I want to put those up all over my room. So that's my latest wish list want.
Are you going to have a Garden of Eden bedroom?
Ooh, I mean, that sounds really cool.
It does kind of sound really cool.
It does. Now you have my wheels turning.
And then when you like get the dogs out of there, you can be like, you're banished from the garden, and they have to like leave.
Oh, I love that. We can put on a full little play. You're
Banished from the garden. Yes.
Also on my wish list, a very large bookshelf. My current bookshelf is losing capacity rapidly, and so I need a new bookshelf. I want them on the wall. So I have this idea. Where I'm going to take old cabinets, and I'm going to take the doors off those cabinets. I'm going to put shelving in the cabinets. I'm going to secure the cabinet wall in kind of like a Tetris design. And that's going to be my bookshelf. Like I want a wall shelf, like a wall.
That's going to be cool.
And I also have this desire to put like windows as doors on the front of them, so you can still see through. But because I have 4 animals, pet hair is a solid challenge in my household. So in order to, protect my precious books, that's another wish list want.
Are you that handy?
I could be. Yeah.
I love you. Yeah, that's the right answer. That's the right answer. That was absolutely the right answer. No, you can be.
I can figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. You're just the best. Okay. That's your wish list. Here we go. Are you ready to spend some money in your mind?
Yeah.
Andrea Dunn, what would you do with an extra $10,000?
$10,000. What would I do? Now, this can be in any capacity, right?
Oh, 1,000%.
Okay. What would I do with an extra 10,000 doll hairs? I would probably turn my backyard into an oasis.
Listen, Garden of Eden. We are
No, it's like another wish list one, but I know that's like past wish list. That's like such a huge undertaking. But I have this idea. So I live on a hill, and I would love to have some citrus trees in my backyard. I would love to have a little pergola screened in area right off my bedroom. I would love to, I have this like center piece to my gate that opens out to a retention area. And I'd love to create this little like rock waterfall pond situation going down the hill. I know. I mean, I've been dreaming about my backyard for most of the pandemic because I lived a lot of the pandemic in my backyard.
You just sat out there and planned it the whole pandemic.
I did. And so as we move further away from this interview, my $10,000 might go towards a different dream. But right now, that is the dream. That is the dream. Yeah, I want my house to feel like it's, home. Like as you know, I went through a huge life change and I'm ready for my house to feel like home again. And I think it would be awesome to create a little backyard oasis. Little like
that.
Like a little secret garden. You could build like hedges and you turn around a corner and there's a little breakfast nook and
oh goodness gracious. Yes.
Like I said,
I did not realize.
I enjoy mystery. I enjoy intrigue. I enjoy romance.
I'm very into your walled garden. I cannot wait to meet your old wizened gardener that's inside guarding your treasure.
Yes.
And when we go on quest together,
yes.
I mean, what's happening here? No, I love it. Okay. This is going to be incredible. Everyone here is like, I got it. Tarot cards, Garden of Eden, waterfall. We are nailing this, girl. And everyone at Nemo's like, she did change.
Wow. Listen,
we are different people.
My outward self and my inward self are very different people. It's so you're getting a little peek into the inner world, podcast land.
I know, but I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with your inner world because it makes me laugh so much, and I just adore it.
Thanks.
I adore it. All right, let's be charitable people. If you had $10,000, how would you give it away?
I would give back to the Orlando community. GoPar was created in the middle of the pandemic. The Greater Orlando Performing Art Relief. Yeah, I would just give it all to that because they did amazing things for the performers here in Orlando, and I'm so grateful to everyone who contributed to creating that organization, and I think a lot of artists would have had some really sticky situations on their hands without the help of organizations like them. So yeah, I would give it back.
For sure. And I just want to give a little love to GoPar as well. So what Andrea is talking about is the Greater Orlando Performing Arts Relief. You can go to 10kdollarday.com, the little blog for this page to go to it, but you can also just go to gopar.org. And what they do is they provide assistance to working performers in the Orlando area. I believe that this is part of the program that was giving out the food.
Yes.
For a little bit too. And I went through several times at St. Luke's at the food bank during the pandemic to pick up food for my family. Yep. So I'm super, I don't even know what the word is. It's not even grateful, but like, it's incredible it even exists. Yep. And it's incredible to look at the name of members and see all of these people that have literally created the performing arts community here in Orlando. Yeah. It's a really cool list of people. So all those people, you kept it alive, and I think you're amazing. All right. Before we get to our last question, I'm just going to ask you where people can find you on Instagram, on the things. How do you like to be followed? Well, I mean, would you like them to start their own fan account? Should we just like...
I think I have enough of those. Yeah, you can find me at Banana Fana Fofandria on the Instas. Yes. So really professional here in these parts.
Right? Like, you can find me at I'm gonna cut this out, but Stephen Jones's email used to be looking for a gig at hotmail.com. And I was like, you got to get that off cast lists, man. You just got to get it off cast lists.
Oh my God.
I'll never forget it. I was like looking for a gig. I mean, years I would see that email address. I was like, you got to get rid of that.
That's funny as hell.
And it's also funny that it's Jones.
I know. You would think he would be like not here for something like that.
Do you know that Matt Malone's email address? This is just shit. Matt Malone's email address when he started at Nemo was like hotboy24 or something like that.
Shauna's was like Hoochie Mama 15 or something.
Why would you put that on a company form?
She did. She did all the way up to like 5 years ago. Like I was like, shut up.
Oh my God.
It's like, it's free. It's free. Just make a new one, man. Oh no, my earpods are dying. We gotta make this fast.
Okay. What's your happy?
What's my happy? Oh, my happy, my son.
Of course.
Yeah.
He's wonderful.
He's so awesome, man. He's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really into video games. Surprise, surprise, a 10-year-old being really into video games. But what's so cute and fun is that, you know, he's on the Facebook Kids Messenger app. So like he and his friends will get home from school and they'll connect on that. And there's like a group of like 6 of them that just like chat and play. And I like that there's a community involvement with kids that he interacts with daily rather than, you know, chatting with like randos. Yeah, I think it's a nice added layer to a activity that could be very introverted in nature, you know. So
oh, for sure. I think that when we were growing up, kids who played video games did them alone in rooms, and that's not how they do it now.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, it was really isolated when we did it. There was no communication involved.
Yep. So this is
with anyone.
Yeah, this is fun. It's fun to listen to all of them. You know, it's like, yeah, it's a different form of play, but it's great.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so interesting. I love you.
I love
and
you.
I just want to say in a recorded conversation how, oh my gosh, I just got emotional. Stop it. How important you were to me the last year. So
yep.
That's all.
Likewise. Yep. You were my rock. So thank you.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, we'll always have the pandemic.
We'll always have the pandemic.
Oh my God. Seriously, man.
Oh man, life is weird.
All right. Everyone, thank you. Thank you for being here. And I really, truly hope that all of you had someone that was in the same boat with you somehow in the pandemic. Not because if you had anything going bad that I want someone else to have done that, but just because it really is great to have a support system. And if there's anything that you're going through, I'm so emotional. Also being an actor this week, you guys, my emotions are very on the surface. So freaking raw all the time.
I love it.
Anyway, reach out and find support groups. They exist and people are around that want to talk. And no matter what you're going through, there's someone out there that understands like crazily because there's billions and billions of people on the planet. So I just want to say how important that is.
Very.
To end this.
I love it.
I like to end on a high note here.
Hey.
It's hard.
A solid note, a high solid
note.
Yeah.
Oh, solid. Well, thanks for being here, Andrea. You know, I love you.
Love you.
Everyone, please look her up. Patty Cake Productions. You can find her there for sure. And I'm sure she will be gracing the stages at Walt Disney World again soon. You can also find her at Universal and so many other things. She is entertaining and making people smile all day long, all the time. And also being an incredible human. So we'll talk to you later. Thanks, everyone. Bye, everybody.
We did it!
That was 10K Saturday with Alison and Lulu. And don't forget, with friends like us, who needs amenities?